Okay, traders, this is an important video. We're making a bit of a transition this week. I'm just going to go through this. On the weekend, I uploaded this video, Scalping Strategy, into Discord. I placed it in a couple of different channels, this one here as well. Okay, and I'm looking to trade this strategy this week. All right, so it's a first insofar as I'm going to be looking to trade counter-trend trades. I'm generally a trend continuation trader. This will combine both, but this is an important video because I'm going to run through the strategy. We're going to have a really close look at how this works. So the first thing is we're looking for this alert, this signal here on the 4-hour chart. I'll just open that up and show that to you. So it's this one down here. Generally when that fires, we get a bit of a pullback, and sometimes it's only that. So at the moment, that might be all we get out of it. I don't know yet. So we need to be a little bit careful. This one here as well, see? But and occasionally we get that bullish pullback. And if we look back over here, well, this dot, that's part of the equation. We're looking at this dot alert, that alert there. But you really want to see the combination of that along with like this green. Okay, so see this signal here. When that signal fires and you get a combination of that with this and this, well, I mean, look at the outcome. So at the moment, we've got this cross. That's part of it. Sometimes it'll give you a dot. Sometimes it'll give you a cross. We've got the little cross up here. We've got this and this, right? So I'm going short. But you want to be a little bit careful, and I'll show you why. The pullback can be shallow, as I mentioned. Let's just go out of here now. We're going to go down to the 30-minute chart and the 15. Let's open up the 15-minute. Actually, we'll go to the 30. So the second alert that you want after you get the alert on the 4-hour is this one here. That. All right, now that, and have a look at the background here, by the way. See how it's turning red? You can see a little bit of red. See the red shaded zone over here where my mouse is? All right, you got this red shaded zone here. Well, it's the same thing here. You got the red shaded zone kicking in, and that's the signal. So over here on the left, that's the signal with that red shaded zone. That's just telling us that there's a pullback. All right, so this is the signal, and that's coming from this trend track multi on the 15-minute chart. So that's your signal to enter the trade. Now that can be a little bit delayed. So we've got another signal that we're going to be paying attention to as well. And I'm going to enable that now. So that's going to come off. See this trend bars? Actually, it's this one. Bear with me for a sec. It's got a... All right. See these red signals? Right there. Right next to the other one. That's the one we want to pay attention to. So the bars are starting to turn red. Right, so that's confirmation that sellers are coming into the market, this red zone and that red signal. But, again, it could be a shallow pullback and then it rallies, right? Because we're going against the trend. So, want to be really careful. But how do we know when to exit this trade? Got to keep an eye on these two indicators here on the 30-minute and the 15-minute. Oh, and there's something else I want to show you as well. What's this one? This is the pound New Zealand. The other one's a euro. All right. Let me just show you a couple of things here. This one's going nicely. All right. Well, you've got to keep an eye on these levels. Let me just show you this. Right, where are we at the moment? We're down about 0.5R, or just short of it. Okay. You've got to keep an eye on, see the previous daily low. All right. Okay, it's reacted off that previous daily low and it's pulled back. And the other thing that you want to keep an eye on, see this indicator down here now, we've got this signal. That's telling us that we could see it pull back. So that could happen. Pulls back, you've actually got an imbalance. See this thin candle? It's most likely going to pull back into here. So you've got to keep an eye on all of this stuff. The imbalance is this thin candle from here down to here. All right, that's a target for it to pull back into. Okay, so we've got now this going on and that, all right? So that's telling us that we could pull back. Previous day low. Okay, so that's support. All right, so you want to make a decision. Now, what you could do, given that we're scalping, is we could close it and then look for the pullback and re-enter. All right, we could set this up on a 5-minute. See how we got these on the 5-minute? So why don't we knock it on the head and look for a re-entry? Okay, yeah, we gained a little bit out of it. I'm okay with that. So that's closed. This is scalping based on closed based on this indicator down here, this alert down here. And I'm going to be looking for maybe a re-entry, get involved again. And that's back up into this imbalance. So let's just make that an alert, that parallel line. Okay, price entering channel. So price enters that channel. Okay, we could consider that. Now listen, here's the thing. How did I know to take these trades? Apart from like this red signal kicking in here, actually, that's on the multi 15-minute. Yeah, you could go off that signal as well, that one. This is a 5-minute chart. Look how it's turned red here. The other thing that backed up my argument for this was this indicator here. And we want that on the 30-minute time frame. All right, see how the Euro Kiwi and the Pound Kiwi are low. See over here? Okay, Pound Kiwi, Euro Kiwi. We've also got Euro CAD here as well. Okay, so this is the 30-minute chart. Righto. So I just had a break, guys, and we're heading into the London Open, and I wanted to revisit the Pound Kiwi and the Euro Kiwi from this morning and to confirm this strategy, my rules of engagement. So you can see that these have played out so far quite well. I actually ended up closing both of these early, mainly because this is a new thing that we're doing, and I'm just a little cautious, slowly but surely. Okay, so we're ahead on the account at the moment, which is nice. So you want to take notice of when, like on the 15-minute chart here, for example, when we trade into levels. We've got this level here, we've got the purple one here. This is an 8-hour. So you can see the reaction off that. Trades back up, and now we're coming down into this previous daily low. And see, this is a previous daily open. So you can see how, it traded into it, back through it. So it stalled here. We had a bit of a range, previous daily open. Then we continued down and back up into it. And now we're at this previous daily low. You want to pay close attention to these now that these are trending down towards the low end of the spectrum here, this green line, because I'm going to be expecting this to do that, given that it's a bullish trend on the higher time frame. Okay, this is just a pullback. All right, so now what we're going to be looking for is the reverse. We're going to look for possibly for a buy opportunity, but we just got to wait for everything to set up. Right, so I did close early, but looking back on this, how could it have been different? Well, I could have taken this alert. Just have a look at this. Let me just clear the decks. Right, have a close look at this section right here. I'm going to switch these on and off. Off, on, off, on. And what I'm pointing out are these dots and this triangle here. In fact, yeah, all of this area. Now once I've identified that this is a potential opportunity, and then you just wait for this break to happen and you wait for these signals to come in. And this is getting in really early in the piece. So how could it have been different? Short position on 1, 2. Actually, this one here, trend momentum sink, looking for the bearish, only the bearish signals. So it's turning from, see how this is green under here? Now we're looking for the red to kick in. What this does, it tells you that trading volume is starting to amp up. Oh, that's the trend track. Sorry, not that one. The trend momentum sink is telling you that trading volume on the 1 hour, on the 2 hour in particular, right, are starting to build. So it's telling us that sellers are coming into the picture here. So when you see a combination of, okay, that's this signal right behind that one. Let me just show you that. Look, there it is, right? Trend momentum sink. See that red signal there? Okay, it's a combination. When you see a combination of that along with the trend bars, 11 red signals kicking in, that's when you want to start looking to get involved with this. That was an opportunity back here as well. Red was starting to creep in. Now, all through here, you can see that, there was selling momentum starting to move here. All right. And then I think the real confirmation comes with this one down here on the 15-minute. It's this crossover, this green crossing the red right there. That's it right there. And, that can be an entry. I just got to get used to looking for the signals. All right. So if that's the case, then, entry point back here or even here, stop, keep it tight. And, look, where I closed it this morning, that would have been a 2R gain. I closed it down here somewhere. It would have been actually probably a little bit more than that. But that would have been the difference. Yeah, easily would have been a 2R gain, okay, if I'd have set up my trade as such. All right, so the key things to look for are, number one, this indicator here. Now it's done and dusted, so we're not going to be looking to sell this at the moment. But you want to come in and have a look at this one and just see, what's weak. So we got pound New Zealand and euro New Zealand. And you want to see these, see how this is starting, that was trending down, it's starting to trend up. All right, so strength is coming into this now, but we want to get involved when it's trending down like that, or here, if that was this morning. All right, yeah, these will start to strengthen, I would think now. So step number one is to identify with the 4 hour or 1 hour, identify an opportunity when it's overextended like this, and you see the red kick in here. All right, we're trading into resistance up here on the 4 hour. We're up at a high, and we are, reaching into previous daily and weekly levels. Right, that's a really important level. You get that, and then we go to, and especially this is key. This is really, really important. Come down into the the 30 or the 15, and through here, through this section, before it starts to break, while it's in here, then go over to, because I know that on this indicator, whoops, wrong one, this one, on this indicator here, both the pound and the euro Kiwi were right down the bottom while it was ranging sideways before it actually broke. So this was a signal. This was giving us a heads up. All right. And then we come in here and we set up these alerts to go off to get us into the picture. Well, on the 30-minute, see this trend bars, you can enable this bar color red. I've just got this one set up for bearish signals, and have a look right here, right there. Okay, off, on. You're looking for that 30-minute bar color red. That's nothing wrong with that. That's an excellent signal. And on the 15, you would have got in earlier. Okay, but keep an eye also, as I said, well, that's a Q. That's a Q. The 30-minute will get you in a bit later, and this here is a Q that this is going to reverse right there. All right, so just get used to what these indicators are telling us. So on this, if we come back to this range back through in here, yeah, these down the bottom on the 30-minute are telling us to get really serious about this. And you can use the trend bars again, and that'll get you in earlier on the 15-minute if you want to be aggressive. All right, so there was bearish signals all through here. Stop loss above, you would have been okay. And then, yeah, that's the opportunity. So guys, we're going to be revisiting this frequently. This is the reason why I actually set up this indicator down the bottom here, this high-low signals 3. This was the strategy. And I looked into it. I got my developer organized with this indicator. We got it set up, and then I let it go because it was giving us a lot of counter trend signals, and I didn't want to bring that into the mix with my VIP membership. I wanted everyone to stick to a trend continuation thing. But we're going to be looking at this. I think now that we because we develop more indicators now that we've got this. This is an incredible tool, and this one as well. So we've got, see down here, we've got the pound is taking a bit of a dive, but see how the euro's starting to climb here, so things are shifting. I'm thinking maybe a euro. Yeah, look, I'm bullish with these guys. Now that this pullback's happened, we go back to our other strategy,
if I go to a, say, a 4-hour chart here, I mean, look, that could pull right down to 50 to 61.8. But, I'd be looking for swing low, swing high, and a pullback bullish. Okay, so how do we get involved with that? Well, very simple. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. This red pullback is playing out. Really nice trades this morning. I did close them early as I'm just a little bit tentative. Yeah, we just build our confidence as the week goes by. This is the first. Today was the first day that I'm getting my teeth into this, guys. It's a strategy I set up earlier, and I never really got into it, right? But today's the day. Okay, going to be an interesting week ahead. All right, so we've got that going on. So what I'm looking for now with this, let's go down to the 30-minute. Okay, it's in a bullish trend on the higher time frame. Clearly, here it is, see on the table here. So what I'm going to be looking for now will be a buy, okay, a long opportunity. So what we do now is we go down to the 15-minute, and I want this rotation as it pulls back and it starts to rotate. What's going to give us that? Well, trend momentum sync, bullish will give us that. Actually, I'm going to delete a couple of alerts that we're done with. So actually, I'll just get rid of these guys. Okay, these are done and dusted, so we don't need them anymore. We'll just delete them. Okay, we've got a bearish alignment there on the US 30. Just take that out for now. So these two here are permanent. Okay, so this is coming off. This is on a 4-hour chart. 4-hour. All right. So the first is the combined extreme confluence indicator, and the other one's a TT Pro high-low signals number 3. This one down the bottom here. Okay, on the 4-hour. So we want these 4-hour signals, and we come into it on the lower time frame. So what we've got now is a bullish trend. All right, and I'm looking for. Have a look at it on the 1-hour. Okay, I'm looking for the pullback. Yeah, it's pulling back into a support zone here, and it might turn around here. I don't know. It could even travel further south. But what we're going to do now is set up an alert for this. So I'm going to go to the 15. Yeah, look, an easy alert would be you want this red to turn green. So trend track multi, that one, set it up on the 15M, go okay, and then just go to the 3 dots and go for a bullish alignment there, once per bar. All right, make a noise, go and create. So as soon as this red turns to green, I'm going to be interested, and it's going to be the same story. The pound Kiwi, the Euro Kiwi, it'll be the same. Euro Kiwi, that's in a bullish trend on the higher time frame. Look at that pullback off that 4-hour signal this morning. Nice. Yeah, that's where I closed it early. Never mind. All right, I'm looking for this red zone to turn green now. Trend track, multi, 3 bars, add alert. All right, bullish alignment, once per bar done. So what else have we got? I'm going to have a look at... well, we go out now. We go to a 4-hour chart because I want to have a look at currency strength on the higher time frame. Just have a look here. See, Euro CAD, Euro New Zealand. See, these are bullish. This is a 4-hour now, not 30 minutes. The 30 minutes is looking for scalping, and the 4-hour here is looking for day trade, trend continuation, something like that. So I'm looking at the Euro Kiwi, the Euro dollar. Actually, we're long the Euro dollar. Okay, pound New Zealand. So these are bullish on the higher time frame. This one's actually starting to pull back, but you want that to turn around and head north. That's this Euro CAD here. What's actually trending up? Let's just see if we can see Euro pound here. The blue, light blue is trending up. It's pushing up. I like the Euro pound. Euro pound's bullish right here. All right, so we can have a look at that. So we'll go over to the Euro pound, have a bit of a look. All right, that's in a bullish trend on the higher time frame. But we need to just get our bearings with it first. Let's just see if there's any bearish signals here that are going to get in our way. No, it's pretty clear. This is the daily. All right, the Euro pound, how would we get involved with that? Let's just have a look at it on the 4-hour. You know what? I don't mind that. And what I quite like about it is the fact that we've had this low to high pullback, low to high pullback, low to high pullback. So my bias would be to go long. Break of market structure. It broke structure, something like that. Okay, back here, have a look. This high was compromised, right? Break of market structure there. Bullish break. It's already moved. It's pulled back. All right, we've got targets up in here. Okay, Euro pound I don't mind. So I'd be looking for It's already in the green zone. That's the problem with this. All right, now it's 5. That's the London session open. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark up our opening range. This is the indicator we use for the opening range. 15-minute chart. Let me show you that. Okay, custom range. Go to the thing here. It's 3 till 4 a.m. New York time. Okay, UTC -4. That's what we're tracking at the moment. And we don't want to get involved with this now until most likely after 4. We've got about an hour to wait. I just want to see how this shapes up. I mean, yeah, I don't mind what I'm seeing here. But, you know, the London Open could be a little bit volatile. So let's just hang in there with this one. See if we see a bit of momentum bullish. But be careful because it can always, momentum bullish could just run the stops and then we get something like that. Okay, that just could be a stop run and then, it takes a dive, right? So you just want to be careful. We want to watch out for that. And we've got this bullish imbalance on the 15-minute chart right down in here. That could be a target for a pullback. So, it's dangerous out there. Imbalance. All right, keep an eye on the big picture or the bigger picture. What have we got here on the 1 hour look? Yeah, see, this is an indicator telling us be careful. We could see a pullback, which already happened. Okay, bearish pullback. It's Monday as well, guys. So, you could even sit out today and wait for the markets to settle and see what we get. I think I'm probably inclined to run with this idea here. Let's see if we get that. You can actually set this up as an alert too if you want to see if it pulls back. So I'd want to see this green turn red and then red turn green at alert, entering channel. There you go. Let's see if we get the pullback. Euro pound possibly bullish. We better have a quick look here at the indices. Wow, this could give us some interesting opportunities. See how this is bearish. Gee, I'm just wondering whether we see a deeper pullback here. That's a thought, guys. A little bit of bearish. It looks like it's under pressure. Yeah, the VIX is pulling up. Okay, so there's a bit of fear in the market at the moment. So this would strengthen the yen if this continues down. But what we do have is low to high pullback, low to high pullback, low to high pullback. But this is a little bit different, this one. See how we've got 1, 2, 3 touches. We've got, these 2 touches. And back here, we've got just one, right? It only gave us that. And around it went, right? But here, we've got 2 touches. So there's a little bit more bearish activity going on with this. Okay, it's reaching down a bit lower. And I can tell you now this could go in either direction. You might argue that this is a bull flag. It could be. But guys, this could tank or it could break. So this is why I'm saying, we should probably just hold back a little bit. Okay, 1 touch. Yeah, this is important. And I'll show you another thing that we're looking at as well. 2 touches. But up here, this is a 1 touch, right? But here, we've got 1 and 2, all right, that. The other thing that we have with this is a 3 drive pattern. Let's just have a look at it. It's even gone into 4 drives. And now we're starting to see a pullback. I'm always interested in this 3 drive pattern. So that's drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, and even an extra 1, 3 or 4. Generally, after you see 3 drives, and the 4th one like this, you do tend to get a bit of a pullback. Okay, 3 drive pattern, so we're seeing the correction. So a little bit precarious today at the moment. Nothing on the calendar. What have we got? Let's have a quick look. Monday, yeah, nothing on the calendar tonight. All right, so there's not going to be like anything significant driving the markets apart from market manipulation. Yeah, so this could go either way. Could do that or it could do that. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to sit back today, guys, really. I might do a bit of scalping on the side if the opportunity arises. All right, but let's just hang in there and see how we go. Now, coming back to, what I was talking about before, this is all to be continued. Before I go, let's just see what we've got. Look, we've got a couple of 4-hour alerts here, so why don't we go through them? Euro, pound. All right, have a look. See Bitcoin. Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. What have we got? That's overextending. All right, so that could pull back. See, it's trading down into this green zone here. Okay, once these 2 grey lines touch and they travel through here, that red zone should kick in. Let's see if we've got it on the daily. This is a 1 hour. Oh, sorry, the green zone, not the red zone, I should say. We've got the green zone on the 1 hour. Okay, there's your support. There's your 2 dots, righto. Here it is, guys. Green alert, overextended, Bitcoin, bullish. All right, so I'm going to be looking for, I like that, to be honest. I really do. Let's just have a look at it on this time frame. I want the red zone to turn green. Okay, so we could set that up on the 15-minute. All right. Trend momentum sync. I'm looking for a bullish. No, not that one. Yeah, trend momentum sync's okay. Let's take it out for a second. This one here, the trend track multi, add alert, bullish alignment, once per bar. That's not a bad signal. So once this turns a green on the, that's going to be a little bit delayed though. This one here, this is the bullish alert. This one's a lot, it'll come in a lot sooner. This is the trend bars 11. So we could go with channel breakout bullish, but the candle change bullish. The channel break and the candle change. All right, let's just set these both up, and then we could probably look for a bullish alert for Bitcoin and trade that back up. Long position, the higher time frames are bullish. That's a thing, all right? The alerts are in. They're ready to go. That's on the 1 hour, so I'm just going to 1H. All right, let's have a look and see what else we've got on the 4 hour. These would be potential opportunities. The DXY, okay, Euro New Zealand, Euro Aussie. See, they happened a bit earlier. Where are we? Yeah, okay. The DXY is the dollar index. We'll have a look at that. Yeah, okay, that was a bullish alert back down in here. See how it's trending into the support and it bounced off that? So we want to use that. That's the this indicator here. Okay, we've got a higher low here. Starting to pick up momentum here too. Bullish, look, 4 hour. Did we miss the boat with that? I think so. Have a look at it on the 15. Yeah, we missed the boat. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. It's trending into this previous daily high, so I'll probably be a little bit careful. You want to see a bit of a gap above. And the other thing you should do with this, see this indicator here, previous daily, weekly, and monthly. Just extend it on the 15-minute. Extend these 3. You want 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months extended to the right. So that's just going to pull up historical levels and pull them across. And you want to be trading into a gap. Like if it breaks above here, there's a gap there, that kind of thing. Well, I mean, look, it's not a hard and fast rule. It can break through these levels, right? We've got a bit of a bearish thing here, so I'd probably pass on Bitcoin at the moment. Okay, no other alerts are coming in now, so we just wait and see. Although, look, we've got a few of these, quite a few of these crypto. So is crypto looking to do a little bit of a comeback, a bit of a pullback? Possibly. Let's check them out. Avalanche. Avalanche was a bearish pullback alert. Yeah, this is back here. But you can see how, look how effective these indicators are. Bearish pullback, right? Go to the eyeball, have a look at it there, and see how it's trading into this red zone up here? Well, that's the thing. That's what you want. Just throw in an eyeball up there. And then on the lower time frame, have a look at that eyeball. Where was it? That was back. Yeah, let's have a look at that. See, that's the opportunity. See how green turns red on the 15-minute? Right there. So you want those red signals when they kick in. Nice. Short position. Going to have an interesting week this week, I can tell you. I mean, depending on how well you manage it, but, there's 5R. If you're in front of the computer, that's only, you could sit through that during the day. Really nice. And look, you set the alarm to go off, the alert to go off. Here's a couple of alerts. When you enter, see how that's crossing down here. Right, I've mentioned this before, 15-minute. This crossover is your confirmation. That's your signal to get pretty serious. That's your confirmation. And you can set this alert here, green crossing up red to exit, right there. It's all here. We've got everything. Just got to learn to use the indicators. All right, guys, look, I might make this public, let everybody else know what we're up to, because this is pretty interesting stuff. And if you're watching this, I'm not going to be making every mentorship video public, but at the moment, it's there's a 14-day trial. Okay, on my website, and have a look at this though. It's anthonyfx.com. 14 days. Look, it's not going to cost you anything. Guys, do the math. Seriously, jump on board and give it 14 days. And then if you think this is for you after that, show me lunch once a month for now until it goes up. It's going to be that, right? So, I mean, there's nothing like this anywhere, guys. Seriously, there is 100% you won't find anything on the internet anywhere that comes anywhere near what I'm offering you. Take advantage of it. All right. With that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.